instance, this one. After the live, I'm going to list all these books so you can order them from Amazon and work with them, because this is so valuable. This one is I am shy, je suis timide. And I borrowed it at my local library because I thought this is genius. All the emotions, heureux, jealous, jaloux, angry, en colère, guilty, coupable, shy, timide, afraid, apeuré, boudeur. It is when you sulk, sulky, boudeur, and sad, triste. And the whole book has some text, drawings, and this is excellent. I mean, how do you feel today? Very well, très bien, well, bien, not too bad, assez bien, not very well, pas très bien, upset, very upset, très mal. So it goes on and on. The book is absolutely amazing. So you have a little story. If you are an absolute beginner, yes, it may seem a little too much, but you can really enjoy all the drawings like that. And they are pretty self-explanatory. So really have a look at children's book. Okay, I have a funny one. It is called In the Apple, dans la pomme. This is a kind of book which is fantastic for absolute beginners and very funny. In the apples, this is like that. If you eat it, this is like that. If you don't eat it, and this is like that if we don't eat it. If you don't eat it. I mean, this is so simple, and yet you get used to words. The last book I want to show to you, this is a whole series, actually. It is Petit ours brun, Little Brown Bear. I love this series because inside, contrary to that one, for instance, you have whole sentences with subject, verb, and complement. So you can really learn. And, I noticed when I'm looking for children books for my students, I'm looking for something which makes sense. Because, sometimes you have children books which are a bit funny with a lot of play on words. This is not what you want to learn French. You need something very classical with subject, verb, complement. This is what you have in all the books from the series Petit ours brun. Look at that. It's always the same, always. And quite often, the subject is Petit ours brun, Little Brown Bear. Okay, if you are a little bit more advanced, I recommend the equivalent of chapter books. In French, it is called première lecture. All right, première lecture. And again, I am recommending that type of books to my students all the time. If you are almost fluent in French, you take any book you want. The thing is, you need to practice. You need to practice speaking. You need to practice reading. You need to practice listening to French. So it is just one more tool for you, my friend. Okay. I'm going to invite you to submit your question for next time. After I hang up with you, I'm going to list all the books that I've showed you today, the children books, and also I'm going to find one book which is the equivalent of a chapter book, première lecture. All right, my friends, and again, I was talking with one of my students about that the other day. You need to call all your memories. He was saying to me, I realized that I learn well when I write things down, not typing on the keyboard, but actually writing, handwriting. And I said to him, well, this is self-awareness, so use it. If you learn well when you write stuff. If you have a visual memory, read, write. If you have an audio memory, listen. So important. And even if you have one memory which is working best for you, use everything. Use everything. Do not only listen to French, but also speak. And rest assured, it's always more difficult to speak rather than to listen. I've learned many languages, and it happens all the time. I can understand people way before I can speak the language. So this is totally normal. Persevere, practice. I'm here for you. I'm here to answer your questions. This is my absolute pleasure. And I see you very soon on French with a smile. Bye-bye, my friends. And I'm available for one-to-one lessons. The link is below. This is on Preply. Bye-bye. See you next week.